Dear Samsung, please don't take this personally. So I want you to go on a field trip with me, back to 2018. Samsung just held their annual Galaxy Unpacked event where they showcased their latest and greatest tech for the entire world to see. We all remember it, don't we? We got the cult classic Galaxy Note 9 with that beautiful blue colorway, and the legendary Galaxy Watch that set the precedent for modern Galaxy watches. Ending off that event, we got a sneak peek at a peculiar looking speaker, one that promised to combine exceptional sound quality with the help and assistance of Bixby. Yeah, the same Bixby that just got revamped with the brand new phone, and they called it Galaxy Home. Beyond promised capabilities, no details were spread in terms of pricing, availability, or even a release window. Fast forward to CES of the following year, we get another look at the speaker, this time fully working, showing that the company is committed to making the product work. We even got another glimpse at it at Samsung's own developer conference. And then we never got anything. Samsung ultimately decided to make a Galaxy Home Mini, which was a cheaper, smaller, and downsized version of the original product, but it never filled the gap and the void that the original Galaxy Home left from its original announcement. It's kind of bizarre. There has never been a product that is so commonly talked about and memed on, yet have minimal hands on, detail, and overall coverage beyond what is given by the original manufacturer. Content regarding Galaxy Home that is not from Unpacked or under tight supervision is very hard to find. In fact, we never got another update on the Galaxy Home because it was never sold to consumers or to anyone in the public. To this day, there has never been a public mention of Galaxy Home being sold to consumers. No one has had extensive time with the product besides Samsung's own employees, and no one has had the opportunity to unbox the Samsung Galaxy Home. This was the case until today. Today I will show you the product Samsung never released, never intended for you to see, and fully investigate why it never hit retail and was never available to be purchased. So to open it, we first open the barrier around the packaging. And now we have the box for the Galaxy Home. Up front, you have the Galaxy Home imaging and text. And up top, you have a photo of the actual product. And I present to you the Galaxy Home in all of its glory. You have some protective foam up at the top of the device. You have your user manual and quick start guide for the actual device. You have a protective sleeve around the device. You have the Galaxy Home itself, which has the power cable attached to it. And here it is. Here is your first look of Samsung Galaxy Home outside of press events and Samsung Unpacked. Let's go see how it looks like and connect it to the phone. This is the first time anyone has ever set up a Galaxy Home outside of Samsung itself. Let us set up the Samsung Galaxy Home together.
Hi there, I'm Bixby. Start off by opening the SmartThings app on your phone. If you need help, just tap the play button.
Upon it turning on, I saw this prompt on my Samsung Galaxy Fold, like you would when you set up a pair of Galaxy Watch or a set of Galaxy Buds, and it allows you to pair with the Galaxy Home from your home screen. So let's set up the Galaxy Home together. Here it is. Here it is, the start screen for when you set up Samsung Galaxy Home on your Samsung Galaxy phone. So let's tap Start. This will be at home. Let's put it in the study. Next. Your Galaxy Home is getting ready. License agreement. I have agreed to all. Next. The ring around the Galaxy Home is spinning around for when it's being set up.
Nice to meet you.
That's adorable. It's currently asking me to give consent for the maps and the weather channel to help the assistant be more of use for when I ask it questions. Let's tap next. And here it is. Here is the app for the Samsung Galaxy Home. Up top, you have your media player from your favorite media source. In my case, this is Spotify, where I can quickly play, pause, skip, and reverse tracks and adjust the volume from this panel right here. Here, you have quick prompts for the assistant to help guide your question and query for when you ask Bixby several questions. Towards the top, you have capsules, which are little apps and snippets you can add to Bixby to help it plug into more apps on your phone. Unfortunately, the server seemed to be down from this moment on, so when I try to tap it, it just doesn't work. It says a network or error has occurred. Please try again. Towards the bottom, you have listening preferences where you can adjust several modes of volume as well as sound profiles overall. When you tap mode, you can select between three different options. Standalone is when you have one Galaxy Home to play your music from. Stereo is when you have a pair of Galaxy Homes and you can set up a channel for both of the Galaxy Homes. Multi-room is when you have a Galaxy Home and another speaker in SmartThings, and you can play your audio from both speakers that don't have to be Galaxy Home. So in this case, I can add my Q series soundbar and I can play it in stereo with my Samsung Galaxy Home. Also under listening preferences, I have sound steer, which directs the sound towards you wherever you are in the room, so you can get the best sound regardless of where you are in the room that you set the Galaxy Home in. So when I turn on sound steer, I can adjust it and have the sound come towards me directly. And when I adjust it, the ring moves towards where I position it, so I can get the best sound wherever I am in the room. Under listening preferences, you have alarms, timers, and reminders where you can set different alarms and timers and keep track of them right here in the SmartThings app for the Samsung Galaxy Home. What's really cool about the Galaxy Home is that you can use it as a SmartThings hub, meaning you can use other IoT devices and pair it directly with the Galaxy Home so you can connect things like smart locks, lights, outlets, and even thermostats so you can keep track of them all in one place and fully control your home security and the lighting all within one place using the Galaxy Home. Towards the bottom of the app, you have the announcements option where you can direct specific announcements to the Galaxy Home. You already have several presets already selected. As well as the movie. And you can cast it to the Galaxy Home directly. Alternatively, you can record your own custom one, testing 1 2 3, and cast it to the Galaxy Home. Unfortunately, the servers don't seem to be working anymore, so when you do tap cast, it just doesn't work. It doesn't send it to the Galaxy Home at all. Going into the app settings, you have the edit option where you can edit specific parts of your specific Galaxy Home. So you can change what room it is in and the name of it. And you have a picture of your device so you know that it's the Galaxy Home you're talking about. Next up, you have quick commands, which are shortcuts that can help you do several tasks into one specific shortcut. So when you say good night Bixby, it can turn off your lights, turn off your blinds, do several things together with one specific action that you can tell the assistant. Next up, you have conversation history. So when you do talk to Bixby, it keeps a list of everything you've told it right in here. Since I haven't talked to Bixby, this list is currently empty. Next up, you have settings, which we'll go over, and then you have how to use, which has a quick list of different things you can reference in case you're wondering about how it works or what you can do with the Galaxy Home. When you do tap settings, you can change several things about the speaker. For instance, you can change the language and voice style, but unfortunately when you do tap it, it says a network or server error has occurred, and it seemingly does not let you change it besides the original English language of the Galaxy Home. Next up, you have preferred capsules, which are little snippets that can plug into Bixby, but unfortunately, it seems like they're not working like the language and voice style. Next up, you have your quick commands, which we talked about, as well as privacy information and personalization, which again does not work at this current moment. And you can use the Galaxy Home as a normal Bluetooth speaker. You can put it into pairing mode and use it with a device that does not support SmartThings, which is really cool in my opinion. You also have a calendar capsule where you can sync your Samsung account or your Google Calendar, and you can keep tabs on your upcoming events and tell you about it, or you can ask the assistant directly, and it can tell you about your day and your events that are ongoing. You also have the option of voice calling where you can answer and make phone calls with the Galaxy Home directly, since it has microphones and a speaker built in, where you can make hands-free calls without your phone being nearby. You also have the option of a night mode where it reduces the brightness and maximum volume of the Galaxy Home at scheduled times to make it more comfortable in the place you have it currently set in. Without further ado, let's do a sound test on the Galaxy Home to see how it really sounds like. So right now I have a song queued up. There is no sound steer turned on. The sound settings are completely default and normal. And now we will see what the Galaxy Home really sounds like. This is at 50%. And as expected, all the touch controls work as expected. You can play and pause your volume and your track, as well as skip and reverse tracks all together. Taking a physical tour of the speaker, you have a mesh fabric that wraps around the body of the Galaxy Home, as well as a vent at the bottom for your subwoofer. Near the bottom of the speaker, you have three metal legs that can come apart and be unscrewed, as well as rubber legs to help keep it planted on your table. At the back of the Galaxy Home, you have a removable power cable that can come out and be put back in for storage. Near the top of the speaker, you have a touch surface panel that can play and pause your current track, increase the volume, decrease the volume, skip and reverse tracks, and if you cover the touch surface panel,
Mic is off.
you can mute your microphone
Mic is on.
and unmute it when you tap it again. This has been one of the most bizarre unboxings I have ever done in my life. Never have I ever seen a product that has no official box, no public hands-on, and managed to be the first person that can showcase it to the entire world 7 years after its official announcement. It's a shame the Galaxy Home was never sold because hardware-wise, this device is phenomenal. It has premium materials, intuitive touch controls, and a phenomenal sound quality that fills up an entire home. Where the Galaxy Home does fall apart is the first generation Bixby that the device ships with. I do think they pulled the plug a bit too early because current generation Bixby on the Samsung Galaxy flagship phones runs phenomenally well. It is a bummer that the Bixby and the AI processes are currently down, meaning none of the smart assistant features can work even if they theoretically can. Samsung is not new to making audio products by any stretch of the imagination. They were famous for their audio products with the Level category of products, which included the Level U headphones, the Level On over-ear headphones, and the Level Box Pro. Just like the Level Box Pro, I expected the Galaxy Home to sound phenomenally well, and I was not disappointed. The Galaxy Home sounds incredible. I am genuinely blown away by the Samsung Galaxy Home. From its original premise to its year-long absences and being able to actually own one and see one why it never hit retail ultimately is one of the most incredible experiences anyone can go through. It is such a beautiful feeling being able to bring closure to this tech legend, this mysterious tech product. Be able to answer people's year long questions about it and have them see the product that Samsung never wanted them to see. I am proud to call this mine, that I am able to add it to my Galaxy ecosystem, and I'm able to own one of the rarest devices ever made. Thank you for watching.